Ripple CTO names crucial deadline for lawsuit ruling. Access the link in the description to stay updated on all cryptocurrency and Bitcoin news, as well as real-time charts. Ripple CTO David Schwartz recently highlighted a crucial deadline for the ruling in the ongoing lawsuit between Ripple Labs Incorporated and the Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC. In a Twitter exchange, Schwartz stated that he wouldn't consider anything unusual until at least the end of September, indicating that a decision may not be reached before then. This contradicts Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse's earlier prediction of a resolution in the first part of 2023. Attorney John E. Deaton also took to Twitter to provide historical timelines of Judge Torres' rulings on similar cases, reassuring XRP investors that the extended wait is not unprecedented. Deaton pointed out that previous cases handled by Judge Torres have taken 7 months or longer to reach a decision. If the ruling extends beyond September 31st, it would be uncharted territory, as none of the cases she presided over have gone beyond 9 months from the filing of reply briefs. The lawsuit, which alleges that Ripple offered unregistered securities, has had a significant impact on the price of XRP since the SEC initiated the action in December 2020. The verdict in this case holds the potential to redefine the classification and regulation of digital assets, making it a matter of great importance for XRP investors and the broader cryptocurrency community. In a separate development, the Indian cryptocurrency exchange WazirX reported that Shiba Inu, SHIB, and Ripple-affiliated XRP were among the 3 most traded digital currencies on its platform in June. These tokens have gained significant popularity among Indian traders, with Bitcoin, SHIB, and XRP dominating the trading charts on WazirX. The exchange, which is part of the Binance ecosystem, offers a seamless and secure trading experience for a wide range of cryptocurrencies. Moving on to the intersection of cryptocurrencies and artificial intelligence, AI, crypto analyst Arthur Hayes believes that Bitcoin would be the preferred currency for AI applications due to its digital, automated, and censorship-resistant nature. Altcoin Daily, another prominent crypto analyst, highlighted Ethereum's programmability as a strong advantage for AI, with projects like Optimism and Polygon emerging within the Ethereum ecosystem. The analyst also mentioned Avalanche as a blockchain with potential for AI applications, citing Alibaba's exploration of its possibilities. Furthermore, Altcoin Daily identified Cardano, Solana, Litecoin, and Phantom as contenders in the AI field. Phantom, in particular, was praised for its evidence-based approach to address blockchain bottlenecks, scalability, and interoperability. The analyst speculated that Phantom's advancements in blockchain technology could position it at the forefront of the AI revolution. Lastly, the article discussed the performance of PEPE, which experienced a new high but subsequently faced fluctuations. PEPE's price performance has been influenced by external market forces and Bitcoin's extended consolidation period. The prolonged stability of Bitcoin has led to significant pullbacks in altcoins, including PEPE, as investors exercise caution and become hesitant to make significant moves. Monitoring Bitcoin's price movements and their impact on altcoins is crucial for market watchers. BOE governor criticizes crypto and stablecoins, supports enhanced digital money. Andrew Bailey, a governor at the Bank of England, BOE, expressed his disapproval of cryptocurrencies and stablecoins in a speech delivered on July 10. Bailey advocated for the development of enhanced digital money instead. Bailey referenced recent bank failures in the US and Switzerland, emphasizing the issues of singleness and settlement finality that were exposed. He argued that both cryptocurrencies and stablecoins fail to meet the basic criteria of singleness and settlement finality, without providing further details. According to Bailey, they do not qualify as money. However, he mentioned that the passage of the Financial Services and Markets Act would bring stablecoins in line with regulatory requirements. Bailey proposed enhancing the existing digital money, which is entirely held in IT systems, by enabling it to support more executable actions, such as contingent actions in smart contracts. He also discussed the concept of a central bank digital currency, CBDC, which he considers a form of enhanced digital money. While Bailey acknowledged that well-designed enhanced digital money doesn't necessarily have to be exclusive to central banks, he highlighted the advantages of a CBDC. The main motivation for a retail CBDC, according to Bailey, would be to ensure that the public always has the option of using fully functional central bank money for their everyday transactions. Bailey expressed a different perspective regarding wholesale CBDCs. The BOE recently upgraded its real-time gross settlement, RTGS, system, positioning it well to integrate central bank digital money with tokenized transactions. Bailey stated that this approach is the fastest and most efficient route, seemingly suggesting that a wholesale CBDC may not be necessary. He also emphasized that physical cash will continue to be relevant. Why joining 75,000 XRP holders against the SEC does not affect potential recovery for XRP holders. Renowned cryptocurrency lawyer John E. Deaton recently discussed the potential implications of more XRP holders joining the civil case against Ripple in Oakland, California, in the event that the verdict in SEC vs. Ripple goes against Ripple and XRP is declared a security. This question arose following the recent certification of a class of American XRP purchasers in a lawsuit accusing Ripple Labs of selling unregistered securities. Deaton provided insights into the ongoing legal battle between Ripple Labs and the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC, discussing the various options and their potential impact on Ripple, XRP investors, and the SEC. In terms of any money flowing from Ripple to the SEC, Deaton firmly believes that it won't happen for years, and only if Ripple were to lose on appeal. He stated, "If the Supreme Court takes it on appeal, which I believe they will if Congress hasn't acted by then, I believe Ripple hands down wins with this Supreme Court. If the SEC wins, Ripple will appeal, and the status quo that exists today will continue over the next 2 to 5 years." According to Deaton, if the SEC prevails and the civil case attorneys are successful because the California judge upholds Judge Torres' decision, Ripple will also appeal that case, and no money will change hands, potentially never. In the event that Ripple loses all of its challenges over the course of 5 years, the SEC, rather than the civil claimants, would be responsible for collecting the $1.3 billion. It's important to note that the SEC would receive this money, not the civil claimants. In response, the SEC would establish a repayment fund similar to the Veritasium case, enabling XRP holders to sell their tokens. Deaton highlights an intriguing aspect that some may have overlooked. He argues that if the SEC were to lose, the potential damages recoverable in civil litigation would increase. Conversely, an SEC victory could make it more challenging for the plaintiffs in the civil lawsuit to obtain any financial losses. Deaton stresses that joining the 75,000 list, which represents XRP owners he represents in SEC versus Ripple, does not waive any rights or claims. Being on the list helps identify a significant potential class of XRP holders. Holders on the list would likely be notified if there were ever a financial recovery in either the civil or SEC lawsuit. He explained, also, if Ripple loses and Congress fixes this regulatory mess during the 5 years of appeals, it all goes away anyway. Bottom line, being on the list didn't waive anything and, if anything, it identified your claims, if you have any, long ago. Deaton dismisses critics who claim that joining the 75,000 list and asserting that XRP is not a security would be detrimental if XRP holders received financial compensation. He clarifies that even if a judge and appeals court were to rule differently, being mistaken about XRP's security status would not result in punishment. Considering the potential outcomes, Deaton expresses doubt about the impact of the civil lawsuit. Paradoxically, he suggests that XRP investors would benefit if the SEC ultimately wins, as it would lead to the largest settlement and a favorable resolution. These insights from John E. Deaton provide valuable perspectives on the probable outcomes and repercussions for all parties involved, as the legal dispute between Ripple and the SEC continues. Rich Dad, author makes bold Bitcoin, BTC, prediction Bitcoin, BTC, is leading the cryptocurrency market with bullish reversals seen across the board. Over the past 24 hours, Bitcoin has surged by as much as 1.83%, reaching a price of $30,629.25. Despite the volatility in the crypto market, Rich Dad Poor Dad, author Robert Kiyosaki has provided a new price target for Bitcoin. Taking to his official Twitter account, Kiyosaki commented on the recent move by BRICS alliance members to adopt the gold standard. He suggested that the BRICS nations may announce a gold-backed cryptocurrency next month, potentially challenging the status quo of the US dollar, USD, valuation. Considering the anticipated devaluation of the USD, Kiyosaki advised his followers to buy gold and silver as a hedge against the expected inflation in the coming months. The highlight of his recent statement was his prediction that the price of Bitcoin is poised to reach $120,000 next year. With his unwavering confidence in Bitcoin, Robert Kiyosaki, a renowned investor known for his market and investment strategies, remains one of the most vocal advocates for the cryptocurrency. Despite recent events that have caused some mainstream investors to lose faith in Bitcoin, Kiyosaki's prediction shows that he remains optimistic about its future. Kiyosaki has established his reputation as a social commentator and has made several projections that guide investors. He has expressed minimal faith in the banking sector, and he believes that more banks may face challenges in the coming months or years. Many are eagerly waiting to see if his bullish predictions for Bitcoin will come true. Access the link in the description to stay updated on all cryptocurrency and Bitcoin news, as well as real-time charts.